Hello and welcome to another Pure Data video. Today we're going to have a look at Bonk. So let's start. Control 1 for our first object. We're going to type in the thing that we need right now is an ADC input, and my sound card, the microphone is connected to the second input of my sound card, so ADC input 2, and this is going to go directly into the Bonk object, so Bonk tilde. There's two outputs. We are going to concentrate on the second output, and I remember from experience that there are a list of three numbers come out of here, so I need to unpack those three numbers. So I'm going to unpack those three numbers, and they're going to come out. They're three floating point numbers, and the first one come out here, the second one here, and the third one here. So I will hook up number boxes. The second one is the most useful number box, so we can see already that it's working. And that is because I've gone up to media here and DSP is on. I'll just really quickly show you how to build the DSP on message. You create a message and then you go semicolon PD space DSP space $1 and then Command Shift T for a toggle. Connect it up. And this will turn on your DSP on and off. So as you can see, I'm knocking in and out of the interface. So now our DSP is on, just in case we missed that step. And so the next thing now is we need to do something useful with these messages. Well, one of the more useful messages that you can see with Bonk is the minval message. So Command 2, and we type in minval $1 because it's a variable, and we stick the output of the minval message into Bonk. And then we stick a number into the minval. And we should now have a minimum velocity for which Bonk will respond. So now it's responding constantly, but if I put it up here, it'll only respond on louder sounds, and it won't respond on the quieter sounds. Okay, so now we need to do something with that. So there's a few ways that we can do. We need to check the numbers, and if the numbers are over a certain amount, we want to get a bang message. So there's a few ways to do this, but one way to do it is with a Boolean logic, which means less than, greater than, equals to, not equals to, this thing. So I'm going to say if the number coming in is greater than, let's say, I'll say 80, I'll try 80, then do something. So what should happen is if the number coming in is greater than 80, we should see a bang coming out here. So Control Shift B for a bang, and we connect it up. And so we should see a bang coming out here. Let's see if we do. But only on the louder signals and not when I'm talking. Okay, so now with that bang in place, we can actually do something. So I'm going to do something very straightforward. You can do what you want. You could route that, connect it to a make node added object like in the last video and send it on to Ableton. You could make a sequencer like we did in the last video and make your own sounds. But for now, I'm just going to do something very boring. I'm going to go Command 1 and I'm going to go noise tilde. And this will generate noise continuously. I'll put that into an amplifier so as we'll hear it, but I need to turn up and down the amp. So I'm going to create a line object, and this is going to turn up and down the amp using a line. And the line takes a message, and I know where the message is, what type of messages it takes by right-clicking and going in and looking at its help file, which is something that I continuously have to do. So I'm going to create a message, and I'm going to say, okay, line, I want you to go to, let's say 0.2, because I don't want it very loud. 1 would be the loudest. I want you to go to 0.2. That's what I want to do. And then I put in a comma, and that basically means, and another message, the next message. After you've done that, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to go to 0 over 100 milliseconds. So what should happen is that I'm going to draw a line here to this amp. And it's going to say jump up to 0.2, so a fifth of full volume. Then after you've done that, go to 0 after 100 milliseconds. And I'm going to use this bang to trigger this message. So, and then we're going to hook it up to a DAC, which is your digital to audio converter. And we've got the left and right output. If you wanted a numbered output, you just put a number on that. So you could go out output DAC 3 if you want, like ADC2. You do the same thing. So we should hear a little noise clap every time I clap. So here's hoping. Yeah, we do. So every time I clap, it generates that bang, we hear that noise. We could hook these, this microphone right now I'm using is an iStudio mic, but if we used contact mics, or if you put mics in unusual places, maybe inside boxes or something like that, we could turn things into percussive instruments, or on-off switches or something like that. Okay, so that's the bonk video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye now.